Yo, what's up, y'all? I've seen a lot of different comments saying that Phoveus is a forgotten hero. And I don't know if you guys watch ESL or any of the pro scenes, but Phoveus is literally one of the most picked heroes. And that's because this meta is heavy on dashes. So in this game, as you can see, every hero except for Vexana on the enemy team has a dash skill. So let's see how Phoveus does against an enemy team comp practically filled with dashes, shall we? As usual, this is a mythical immortal match. Every single person on my team and the enemy team is above 100 stars. At the time of recording, I was at about 155-ish stars. And the enemy EXP is a Arlit main. Either way, let's get into this video. Since we are playing in 5Q, I want to walk down just to provide some vision on the lethal. I didn't know that Lucas was already there. And despite the fact that this was pretty risky because it's technically a 3v1, we still were able to provide vision for our jungler to see, and then, if they didn't want to contest, they didn't have to. On the other hand here, I don't want my jungler to be forced to retreat, so I wanted to try and zone in case Vexana and Ruby or Arlit tried to contest his archer. But as we can see, Ruby and Vexana went to mid lane, so now I'm just walking up, taking space, and since he's taking the EXP crab now, I'm just making sure that nobody can walk up to him. And as you can see, our jungler gets to farm extremely safely. Now when he's heading to the green, my minion's kind of low. I know that the whole enemy team is bot lane. I have no need to realistically help him farm. Instead, what I can do is just focus on clearing and getting my level 4. Despite the fact that Vexana and Lucas are missing, we're gonna go for this cut, because realistically speaking, once I get this level 4, my chance of surviving and sustaining versus 3 of them is extremely high with how many dashes Lucas and Arlit have. So let's see how this goes, shall we? And just like that, despite our jungler dying, we're able to secure 3 kills. This is definitely not a bad trade. This puts our team in front and allows us to set up for the turtle. Since the enemy Ruby and Arlit seemed to be in a zoning position, I 100% knew they were on the turtle. And since our jungler is bot lane, we're just gonna give it. In the end, we're still up 6-3, we're still up 1,000 gold. It does not matter that much if we decide to give a turtle here. On the other hand, I was trying to predict Arlit's dash, but his micro is pretty good, right? He was able to outmaneuver and realize that I would be good enough to kind of predict his dash. So in the end, it was kind of difficult because here, I used my first skill expecting him not to dash again, but this time he did. So, good Arlit player, right? Not bad, not bad. I like the micro here. It made the matchup more interesting. As you can see, all I simply did was have a little bit more patience between using my skills. Since I know that he wants to kind of try and outmaneuver me, all I do is be slightly more patient and wait for the moment. And as you can see, we end up winning the trade completely, since Phoveus is technically the better hero. Let's walk up towards mid lane, let's see if we can create something. Here we traded our roamer for their EXP. This is definitely not a bad trade. In higher elo, you always have to be humble. Here, I was overextended, out of position, and expected to win a 2v1 in a situation that I couldn't, and I deserved to die. Despite Lucas being really low HP, I don't really want to walk into a 3v1 situation against a Vexana, Ruby, and a Lucas. Realistically speaking, Vexana and Ruby alone could be way too much of a hindrance and cause me to die, and I don't have my flicker as a last resort. Realistically speaking though, I could have potentially walked up and had Valentina and Irithel support me. Here, this is just my own decision making to play passively that inhibited us from potentially going onto that Lord, that turtle, and onto that very low HP Lucas. Since my team is there and I'm tanky enough, I can face check this bush. Since there's literally no chance of them killing me walking up there just created a horrible situation for them, with Granger and Lucas both being out of position and not in the fight currently because they were farming or clearing lanes. It was just a really easy cleanup. Here in VC, my team wanted to try and double push top lane, so my job is to take this red buff bush's position and zone the enemies off. Even though we didn't get the double push top lane because Irithel died, we were able to force so many skills here, and in the end I end up dying, yes, but it is definitely worth it. Remember that your life isn't really the priority. If you're able to put everybody down to very low HP, sometimes it ends up being worth it because your jungler or your marksman can clean up, which in this case, Zuna, our jungler, was able to clean house, despite dying afterwards to the Lucas. Even though Lucas got executed by the Lord and they unfortunately still managed to take it, we were able to clean up house on 3 of them there and the Arlet as well, which means that we can easily push top lane and easily insta-kill this Lord, while we have Joy clearing mid and we have Valentina to defend bottom lane. So realistically, their Lord was absolutely useless, my fault, and they ended up losing a lot from it. Bro, if this is not enough evidence as to how stupid Phoveus is versus Dash heroes, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how many passives I procced in that fight, but it was definitely a stupid amount. Here, I was way too overextended and I knew that there was no way for me to escape. On the other hand, I also fucked up my flicker, so at that point, like, I was just dead. If I at least flickered through the wall instead of, face planting into it, potentially I could have lived, but realistically my death didn't matter because I'm still back in time for the Lord to help my roamer zone. My job here is to make sure Lucas cannot come within an inch of the Lord, not within 2 inches of the Lord. He has to be kept all the way back. Here I decided to go bot lane to make sure my marksman doesn't get ambushed while clearing bottom lane, but my team ended up starting a team fight, and it starts from the fact that Jawhead decides to recall in a position where, he's unable to recall because they can walk up, and the fact that Zuna goes straight onto their Arlet. Realistically though, on a positive note, we were able to kill their Arlet, but the trade for Arlet for Joy isn't the best. But then of course you can see here, my marksman comes in, cleans up onto their Ruby, and now we have a 3v4 situation to hopefully just end the game. Now my job here is really simple, focus the enemy backline. All I want to do is protect my MM from the Lucas, and then after that just try to be balls deep onto Granger. That's all I want to do. And as you can see, after a nice little flicker in, even though we don't kill him, we're able to clear out all the minions, and I can just walk up and just tap this Granger, to which he flickers. But then I can go straight back onto him, and even if I die for it, it don't matter, because our marksman's able to end the game. So realistically, I hope you guys can see how EXP is played in a slightly higher elo. Obviously, this is just high elo RG, this isn't scrims, but you guys can also see the power of Phoveus into these heavy dash comps. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it's nothing special, but I hope in general that it helps you guys improve. I'll see you guys in the next one, yeah?